we did see some new tag titles on WWE TV this past week, and it got an interesting reaction. I feel like most people were into them. What'd you think of the design? And what was your favorite design of tag titles that you and Jeff have ever held?
I like the new design better than the penny belts, as people had called them, or whatever, the
Oh,
red and
they're
blue Raw
brutal.
SmackDown titles.
Brutal.
So it is what it is. I would consider that an upgrade. When it comes to talking about versions, version 1 would consider that an upgrade. My favorite version of the title that I won was the very first title that we won. Whenever we won the titles back in '99, because those were the classics. We saw the Hart Foundation, Demolition, the Road Warriors. All of those teams held that same title. So just holding that title, because it had so much great history, that particular version of the tag title, that World Tag Team title, was my favorite one.
That was the classic WWF Tag Team
Yes.
Championship.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I definitely associate that with that era. I'll tell you, I didn't hate the World Tag titles that you and Jeff had, like 06, 07. I didn't
Yeah,
hate those designs either.
they were nice too. That would have been my second. That'd been my
Yeah.
second pick if I had to ask my favorites.
It's kind of refreshing, isn't it, to see some of these more classic designs starting to get back integrated into the fold here in WWE. Like they
It,
got
it
so outlandish for so long, and now it feels like there's a little more of a classic vibe coming.
Yeah, no, it is. And I guess I get why they were doing the red and blue titles. They were really trying to brand and promote the, specifically the Raw brand, the SmackDown brand, and they have done a good job of that over the years. But I think it's one of those things where it's much better if you have like a more classy, a much more, just a title that seems very valid, that seems like it
Yeah.
has equity, that looks like a cool trophy that everybody would want to win. I feel like that means more than having something that you're using to try and push as a branding point for your promotion.
I know old school Matt Hizzle would have loved that little spinner belt that Dana had though back in the day. I know you would have had some fun with it.
Yeah, no, I would have for sure.
Wrapping in the back of the bus, throwing it
You're the
down.
back of the bus rapping, man. When
Good
you're in the
stuff.
back of the bus rapping, you always have your go-to words. When you're about to run out, you're like, "Oh shit, I better go to my go-to words."
What was your go-to?
I mean, it always it really depends. I mean, there'd be stuff where, like land, hand, just something with the A and D. There's stuff that you could go that was very simplistic. And sometimes in your head, if you're thinking and you're like spitting bars, maybe you have like a big word and you think for a couple of bars while you're still trying to spit to find something that can rhyme with it. But just the more simple stuff, the 4-letter words that have a lot of things they rhyme with, those were like my go-to words.
Okay.